This is going to be a somewhat weird tutorial for me to make, but I do feel like it's going to be really useful, especially to you baby cosplayers out there. If you're new to the channel, hi and welcome. My name is Star, otherwise I'm very simply known as Lady Dead Rabbit. I am a professional cosplayer, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to wear wigs. Now, for some of you out there, or most of you out there, I'm sure you're thinking to yourself, I already know how to wear a wig. Who doesn't know how to wear a wig? Wearing a wig is pretty obvious. You just put it on your head. Now that is true to some extent. You would still be very surprised with the amount of baby cosplayers who reach out to me who are like, hey, I really want to get into cosplay, but I don't really know how to wear a wig. Or I'll see fellow cosplayers out there who are like, hey, I don't know how to properly tuck my hair into a wig cap, or this is my first time wearing a lace front wig. How exactly do I have it blend in seamlessly and make it look like real hair? And if that's you, then welcome, hi. I'm gonna teach you all of the basics on how to wear a wig so your cosplay looks spot on. The first thing that we're going to be doing is I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to properly secure your hair in a wig cap. Now, you might have noticed one of these guys be in one of your wig boxes that you buy. Sometimes they look like this, sometimes they look black, but either way, it's a hairnet. And this is a very crucial part of wearing your wig. So, doesn't matter how long or how short your hair is, unless you have like a buzz cut, you're gonna wanna secure your head with one of these bad boys first. Now, if you have longer hair, you're actually gonna wanna wear 2 wig caps to suppress your hair securely to your head. You want your hair to be as flat as possible so there's no weird bumps or anything that sticks up, so that whenever you wear your wig, it looks natural. It looks like your actual hair. Now, for those of you out there who have pixie cuts or anything shorter, the best thing you would want to do is I recommend wearing one of those little black hair nets, usually because they have an opening in the front, and you can kind of just actually, I'll just show you. I'm not sure where all of my black wig caps went to. All I found in my little hairnet drawer that I have in the bathroom is just these little skin-colored ones, which I do like, but I noticed that there's not an opening a lot of the times where they have them, so I'm just gonna create a little opening right here in the front. And I am going to, well, this is typically how I wear wig caps, and I secure my hair. As you can see, my hair is just about shoulder length, and I have some little bangs going on. So this is kind of a little bit of a hassle to tuck behind my ear, but I'm going to gather my hair up and pull it back. Now, if you have much longer hair, you might want to consider braiding your hair so it's easier for you to kind of gather it up. If you have really big curly hair, I'm afraid I can't really assist you myself because I have very flat, very straight hair. So this might not be the best tutorial for you. My only suggestion would be if you have really big curly hair, like a fro, would be to maybe take a straightener and just straighten your hair, but that would be very time consuming, so there might be some better methods out there. I would recommend just kind of researching on your own for that, but I'm gonna gather all of my hair, and I'm gonna gather it to the base of my neck. So right here at the base of my neck. And just with a simple hair tie, I'm going to tie my hair into a little ponytail. You don't want to do a bun or anything because it'll create a bulge, and whenever you put on your wig, it'll be pretty noticeable. It'll lift your wig up in the back a little bit. So I recommend doing a little ponytail at the base of your neck. Now, if you have really short hair, like you have a pixie cut, obviously you won't be able to do that. My best suggestion would be to comb your hair back as much as possible. And you're gonna wanna take your wig cap, And you're gonna wanna actually put it over your head completely like it's a choker, like you're wearing a necklace, and just tighten that up a little bit more. And it's important because the hardest part of securing your hair and tucking it under a wig cap, I noticed for me personally, is the little baby hairs that just want to keep sticking out. And this I found is just the easiest, simplest, most effective method for me to get all my baby hairs. So once I have it down on my neck, I'm gonna take the longer part of this and I'm just gonna drag it over my face. Like that, and then I'll just pull my hair out a little bit more. Kind of go through and just make sure everything is tucked in. This is kind of the annoying part, and you might have to repeat this process a couple times. There we go. I don't know what this guy's doing. I got a little stray here. There we go. All done. Yep. So it's pretty secure. It's pretty good. This is very round. I mean, some people call it a bald cap because it does make you look like you're kind of bald. And that's kind of the point. You want to look like you're bald before you put on the wig cap. You want it to be, your hair to be as suppressed to your actual head as much as possible. For those of you out there who have thicker, longer hair, as I mentioned a moment ago, you might want to put on another wig cap. And I don't need to do this. This is not necessary for me to do because my hair isn't that long right now. But I'm just gonna, for the sake of just showing you guys what I'm talking about, the next thing you're gonna do is grab another wig cap. Doesn't really matter what color it is. I would say if you're wearing a lace front wig, to try and wear a black wig cap rather than a skin colored one, because these skin colored ones don't really, a lot of the times don't really match your actual skin tone. Like even this one, like you can see a very distinct line that goes around my head, but I don't know where my black wig caps are, so. But yeah, you're just gonna take one of these guys. You're not going to put it down to your neck because that'll actually pull this one off. You're just gonna take one of these guys and throw it right on top. You're just gonna put it right on top like you would wear a hat. And yeah, it should be pretty secure. If you need to go over, just make sure that you don't have any strays or flyaways hanging out, because that's really the most annoying part of this whole process. Once that is done and dandy, I'm going to now show you guys how to wear and how to properly secure a couple different styles of wigs. So in this video, we're gonna do about 5 different styles of wigs. We are going to start with a normal basic wig, a wig that has fringe, and then we're going to go on to a pixie cut wig, a wig that is very short, and then we're going to go on to a lace front wig, and then a lace front wig that has a ponytail or a bun in the back, and then we're gonna go on to just a normal middle parted wig that has a scalp, just so you guys can kind of learn some of the different techniques to seamlessly blend in these wigs to your head. I'm starting off with just a normal kind of basic fringe wig. And by the way, all of these wigs I just got off Amazon. They're nothing special, but if you want to know where I specifically got them, just send me a message on one of my socials and I'll see if I can find a link for you. But this is just a basic little fringe wig. It has some bangs here. This is a wig that I use for my Mary Jane cosplay. And yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and pop this guy on. This is basically one of the easiest styled wigs to wear. You just set it right over your head. You want to make sure that everything is even. You can style it however you want. For me personally, with Mary Jane, I like the way she looks with bangs, so this is kind of good. And normally for long wigs, I like to pull some. I like to section the wig out, and I like to have a couple strands hanging forward in my shoulders and then the rest in the back. Now, I apologize, this wig looks very frizzy right now. And for some people, this is good. This is all right. if you want to take things a step further, what you can do is you can take some bobby pins. I personally do not think that this is necessary all of the time, but it is very handy. You can take some just little bobby pins like this. I recommend using at least 4, and you can kind of just secure it where the wig meets your head. So you can put one right here, you can put one behind your ear, same thing on this side, and that will really keep the wig secure to your head, so you don't have to worry about it just, I don't know, falling off or getting ripped off, especially if you're going to a convention and you're going to be around a lot of people, or in general just shifting on your head. Now, I have a really small head, so it's a lot easier for me to wear wigs versus someone who has a fat head. If you have, and I know that sounds mean, but if you have a fat head, it's gonna be harder for you to wear wigs because a lot of the times it's gonna be squeezing your head down, and yeah, it's gonna be a little bit more annoying. I have a small head, so wigs don't usually squeeze my head. They're a lot more comfortable, and it's not really that big of an issue. But this is wig number 1. Very simple, very basic. This is what most people usually start off with. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off and pull out wig number 2. So this is wig number 2, and this is very popular, especially with the anime cosplayers out there. This is just a short pixie wig. This wig I personally use for my Rebecca Chambers cosplay from Resident Evil. I also like to use this wig for my Catwoman cosplay, so you guys are probably a little bit familiar with this. This is a very short wig, so it's gonna squeeze your head a lot more, especially for those of you who have bigger heads. Number 1, before you put on this wig, this is really what I recommend doing. You might have noticed that with these wigs, and I know it's a little bit dark and hard to see, they're on the inside. We're just gonna flip this inside out to show you guys. On the inside, there is this lace that goes on with the wig. This is what secures the wig and really makes up the wig. And you might notice that there's these weird little straps that pretty much every wig has that is here and here. And a lot of the times, whenever you get them, they're already secured. They have like a little latch that they are sitting into and attached to. Now, if you have a really small head and you find that your wig, whenever you wear it, has a lot of room, what you actually want to do is you want to take these 2 latches and you want to secure them together. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a moment whenever we get to our lace front wigs, because it'll be very crucial for those wigs in particular. But I recommend for short wigs like this, Pixie Cut Wigs, is to keep them attached and secure to the inner part. So again, don't know if you can really see that too well, but I have it just attached like that way. So you don't have it like just hanging loose and dangling about. I know some cosplayers that whenever they get wigs, the first thing they do is they just cut those little straps off. And if you want to do that, go ahead. I personally utilize those straps specifically for my lace front wigs. I find them to be very helpful. And I'll show you in a moment when we get to that what I'm talking about. But we're gonna go ahead and flip this back out, and we're gonna go ahead and just secure this wig to our head. So you wanna take the back of the wig, you find the back, and you're going to kind of delve into it and just pull it forward on your head. And it looks really crazy at first because the wig is so short, but you're just gonna kind of adjust it to what it's comfortable. And then I like to go immediately to my ears, and I just pull my ears out from under the wig, and I have them stick down. And I like to take the sides and just pull them down, because realistically, if your hair was this short, it would, you would have sideburns. They would stick down. I'm gonna do that to both sides. And before I style the bangs or anything like that, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my secret weapon, which are these bobby pins. I'm gonna secure them in place. So just like I showed you with the first wig, you wanna secure them back. And it's important that you use these. Even if you feel like it's not necessary, trust me, it will be noticeable. It'll make a huge difference. You just take them and secure it to both the front part and the back part of the wig. This will really keep the wig from lifting up off of your skin and make it seamless. So it really does look like you have short hair. And that's really kind of the illusion that you want to go for with cosplays. You want it to look realistic, at least somewhat realistic. And then that's when you can go in and you can kind of style your bangs and kind of brush it out if you want to. But for the sake of this tutorial, this is just how I'm gonna leave it. And as you can see, it is a lot more secure and seamless to my head than what it would be without. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. I'm then gonna show you wig number 3, which is a lace front wig. This is a wig that is very intimidating for a lot of first-time cosplayers to wear, and I promise you, it is a lot more easier than what it is, okay? So let me put that on. Okay, so for those of you who are new to cosplay, who are new to wigs, and aren't quite sure what exactly I mean by a lace front wig, this is what I mean. A lace front wig is a wig in which the front part blends completely seamlessly into your skin. It is quite literally an actual laced piece. This is the wig that I currently use for Supergirl. It's very nice. Definitely recommend. Now, the back part of this wig, the straps that I was talking about earlier, are a little bit different, and sometimes that's a little bit, some different wig companies will make them a bit different. So this one comes with a very thick little neck band strap, and then it also has these little guys. Now these little guys I find with this particular lace front wig is not necessary. So I have this little strap right here. I'm just going to take this lace and I'm going to attach it in there to secure it. Now that I have that done, I'm just gonna go ahead and put on my lace front wig. Now, again, this strap here is gonna go behind your head. It's supposed to grab the back of your neck, and that's gonna really keep the wig secure to your face. What you wanna do with a lace front wig is you wanna find whatever part you wanna go for. So if you want it to be parted on the side, you're gonna turn your wig a little bit more like this, and you're gonna put it on this way. Just like if you want it the other side, you're gonna kind of shift the wig over to this side, or if you even want it down the front, then that's what you'll do. For the sake of this tutorial, I'll wear it off a little bit to the side, just because that's my personal preference for the way I like to wear this wig in particular. So, a lot of people will throw the wig completely forward and then put it on and then swoop their hair back. I personally don't like doing this, as I find it ends up tangling and frizzing the wig, and I try to avoid that as much as possible. So what I do is I actually put it on this way. And just like that, I have my lace front wig. You can see that it is a lace front because it blends completely seamlessly into my scalp. Now, if you just bought a lace front wig, there's going to be a lot of lace. Usually it comes down to here. It usually goes over the forehead. What you want to do is very simple. You just want to take a simple pair of scissors, you want to put on the wig, and you want to very carefully cut to where the hairline would naturally meet your actual hairline. I usually like to go as close as possible to the actual wig cap, just because I think it looks best. Now, you can kind of just style it however you want, but that's one way of doing it. And the reason why I take the straps in the back and I secure it is so you don't see little straps dangling in the back here. Now, if you want to go in with some bobby pins and you want to secure it, you definitely can. I don't always do that. It definitely keeps it more secure, and you don't have to worry about, you know, seeing this little darkness here, this little void where the wig is. But I don't always think it's necessary. I don't think it's too noticeable. If you want to go that extra step with this kind of wig, you definitely can. But because this wig is so long and I normally just wear it down, I don't think it's necessary. So next, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put on my other lace front wig. This wig that I'm going to show you in a moment is the wig that I use for Ciri from The Witcher 3. And with that wig, there is a bun in the back that I created. And so there's going to be a lot more weight in the back of the wig. I'm going to show you guys how to properly wear a wig that has a ponytail or has some kind of bun. So once you have your wig that has the bun in the back, unless your wig has one of those clip-on ponytails or clip-on buns, then this isn't really necessary. But if you created a bun or a ponytail with your wig out of the wig hair, I recommend, well, first off, I recommend in the back with the lower parts of the hair, I recommend cutting out some of the hair and just snipping it to make it look like it's your actual hair roots. That's just a small little tip because I find that it makes it look a lot more realistic. But that's besides the point. As you can see, I already have the straps tied together. I recommend doing this because with a bun or a ponytail with your wig, there's a lot of weight that is going to be back here, and it is going to pull your wig forward, and it's going to make your hairline a lot more noticeable, and that's a no-no. You don't want to do that. It's going to break the illusion, and you do not want to break that illusion. So with this wig, I'm going to put it on like normal, and it's a little bit of an annoying process, but I'm going to go through and grab that little hair, little straps in the back, and I'm going to pull it forward. And I actually pull it over my ears. So with this wig, I wear it over my ears completely because it just looks a lot more natural. And then I'm gonna, you can go through and style it however you want with this character. Another thing you can do, this is not always necessary for you to do with wearing lace front wigs, but it definitely does help, is with the lace front wig. If you're having a little bit of trouble of the lace sticking up and you don't want to cut it anymore because you feel like it's close enough, what you can do is you can get some spirit gum. Now I'm almost out of this, but you can get just a little thing of it. You don't need a whole lot off Amazon. It's only a couple bucks. And what you can do is you can lift up the wig and you can brush the spirit gum right on the hairline, and then you can just set the wig down, and you want to press it down until it's tacky. And that'll really help with the lace fronts to blend seamlessly into the rest of your hair. And yeah, it's pretty secure. I don't have any issues. I don't usually have any issues with this wig of it falling off or anything like that. And it stays in place just fine. So that's another method you can do, especially if you are like me and you lose these little bobby pins all the time. So I'm gonna put on my last wig that I want to show you guys for this tutorial. It's super easy. Oh, I have been putting on and taking off wigs for such, like, over and over again that my hair has definitely gotten that wig hair. So I'm gonna just re-secure my head in a wig cap. Okay, so this is the last wig that I'll be showing you guys today on how to wear. This is another very popular styled wig that I see a lot of cosplayers use. I personally don't like using these wigs very often. I much prefer using lace front wigs, as I find that it's just usually a lot better of a quality. But this is a good wig for those of you who are working a little bit more on a stricter budget. Now, this is a wig that I'm styled together for my Philippa Alhart cosplay that I'm currently working on. Now you can see that this wig has a scalp and it is center parted, but the wig is not a lace front. I don't know if you can see that too much, but it is not a lace front wig. So if you, in the case that you have a wig that has a center parts and a scalp that has no lace, you will wear it like normal, like how you would normally put on any other wig. But it is very important that you make sure that you pull this forward. You actually want to pull it a little bit more forward than your wig cap. Otherwise, your wig cap will show and it'll be obvious. And sometimes I find that these wigs like this that have the style tend to lift up off the head. So what you can do with your bobby pin, instead of putting it around your ears, you can take a little bit of that hair and you can kind of just secure it in place. Like, you can kind of just blend it right there. And this wig is so dark that it helps really hide that bobby pin, so it's not so noticeable. If you're wearing a lighter colored wig that has the style, I recommend getting some sort of bobby pin that is close to whatever hair color wig that you're wearing. And that's it. Like with the styled wig, that's all I would do. I probably wouldn't put any more bobby pins, but that is how I would secure it if I were to dress up as Philippa Alhart today. And there you have it. That is 5 different ways to wear 5 different cosplay styles of wigs that are very popular. I know that this is kind of a silly tutorial to make, but I figured, I'm sure someone out there will find this helpful, so I'll just do a general video of how to wear cosplay wigs. If you guys have any questions down below, you're more than welcome to go ahead and send me a little chat, either on one of my social medias in the DMs or just commenting down below. I'll not always be the quickest to respond, but I can promise you I will respond to you in some way, shape, or form to help you get the answer that you're looking for. Without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and head out of here. I hope that this video was at least somewhat helpful to you guys out there. Again, I know that I'm pretty much stating the obvious here. I know that a lot of you guys probably know how to wear cosplay wigs, but in case you learned something new, awesome. Hit that like button and let me know if you have any questions or concerns down below. As well as share this video with maybe some new cosplayers out there who might find this really handy and helpful to learn. And of course, as always, feel free to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with my latest cosplay related videos. Without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and head out of here. Bye-bye.